What the hell happened to Billy Joe? Don't. Oopsies. Don't blink, it's your boy. Go look up their show because they walk that having a wonderful day. I know it's gonna be hard to believe this is actually the sunrise of today. So the sunset, sorry, a bit tired. Sunset of today. So yeah, very gloomy, very dark. But hey, what are we supposed to do? This is what you get. This is the this is what we get, right? So sorry about the lack of sunset, but sadly this is the only thing I can do. And yes, you're hearing me move because we're getting ready to do the video of the evening. What the hell happened to Billy? Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the show. Because you're doing well, because having a wonderful day. Oh, it's actually pretty dark, isn't it? My shoulder is messed up. It's actually pretty dark. There's a good reason for that. The good reason for that is because it's very cloudy. But this is the sunset. And I feel like this is not the sunset you want. Why is there a knife in my freaking hoodie? But it's kind of cold. I know what you're asking. I'm ecstatic because I usually don't do videos on both. So this is actually quite nice. Why is there no fried chicken? I promised you guys a celebration for the fried chicken, didn't I? You're absolutely freaking right. The reason why there's none, it's super simple. Give me a second, I'm trying to fix something. What did I do? There you go, I found you. Nice. Okay. Well, we made a mistake. It was closing at 5 and not at 6. However, because of that, we're able to do mucho más in the Elden Ring. So we did a Scadu View. We finished a lot today. Just today, we did the Sharo Secret Grave. We did Scadu View. We did this Scadu Hallway. We finished a quest for Mrs. or Count Emil. I don't know if it's a Miss or Sir. So that's kind of huge, isn't it? And now what we're doing is the Jagged Peak. We are at Bell. I didn't try to beat Bell yet, but he's next on the list. So sorry about that. Sorry about the chicken. The reality is that it was closing at 6, but it was closing at 5. So I went to get there, and I know the way, but this is kind of the end of summer. So often there is there's construction. An application. You see, okay, well, is there construction there or not? If there's construction, can't do it. If there's no construction, we can't do it. And they're saying like, oh, the store is closed. And what you mean closed? I go on Google, and yeah, I close at 5, and we realize that it's 5:20. So we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow we have nothing to do. Today I was working, so tomorrow we should have more time. So spend the whole day streaming. Spent yesterday streaming, which is great. When I say spend the day, it's my free time. It's my day. So feel like that's pretty much it. So not the most interesting things, but yeah. So anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Link, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to your show. Because doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. Today we're doing a taste test of something we already tried. That was not the plan to eat. However, I just noticed that this is broken. So we're tasting hummus festive, traditional If you can see here, you can see that it's kind of broken, right? So I didn't know that it was broken, so I have to eat this ASAP because I don't want it to mold. It's one of my favorite things to eat. I want to show you something. So you see here the brand. What is the brand? Fontaine Santé. Is it French? Is it French? Je travaille avec des crustacés. Crudité. Sauce pain, des bagels. Ok. Ça vient de où, ça? Ça vient de où? Parce que si c'est en français, il va le faire en français. Ça marque juste Canada. Fait que ouais. So, I'm sorry about that. I was looking if it was French or English. And if it was French, I was going to do it in French. If it was English, I was going to do it in English. So yeah. So basically, I want to show you this because this is last summer. When I'm talking about last summer, I'm talking about very early summer. This is the old La Fontaine. This is very old. You see? This is insane. Because this is the perfect show. You see the date is the 29th of August 2025. And if you see the date here, the date is 2025, the 7th of October. So they completely changed their design. Now, most of the design I do find that I like him. So for example, who changed the design? That's a good question when you ask like that, but company when they change the design, I think it's pretty nice. Now, of course, because they changed the seat, some was going bad, so I have to eat it. Because there was a hole in it that I didn't notice. And now, yeah, it's going bad. It's going bad, bruh. But for some reason, I do not like the hummus design. This, to me, is a bit too simple. I understand that. In a way, it's nice because hummus is what? Hummus is chickpeas, garlic, vinegar, oil, and it's funny. My mom, Egyptian, could have teach me how to make hummus. I heard that she makes some great hummus at home. The person that taught me was the mother of a complete generation, Mrs. Safi Hotz. And in her, she put garlic, she put chickpeas, she put lemons, I think she put paprika or cumin, and that's pretty much it. So today we're tasting the difference. If there's a difference. Now I know what you're saying. Ink, you showed that it was the same thing. Ink. You're running out of ideas, you're looking for videos. Which is true. But the reason as to why is we buy with what? With money, yes. We buy with what? With our eyes. The product has to call our eyes. Now, what I would do if I was to change the recipe, I would actually change the visual, push people to buy it. Not so that I changed the recipe. Change the visual, and then people would buy it because I'm like, oh yeah, there's a new visual. Try it out. And they're like, holy crap, this is good. Was it always that good? That's what I would do. But I'm a madman. I'm crazy. So the taste now, it's the same. It's a bit weirder because this is supposed to be in the fridge, not in the fridge. Okay, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to open this and then put it in the fridge. Because it wasn't open, we didn't put it in the fridge. However, because it was broken, it felt open, and because it felt open, I should have put it in the fridge. So it is actually a lot more pronounced. It's good. It doesn't be fresh. The taste is a bit weird. But hey, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna love this. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. And don't forget to stay hydrated. I am. Don't blink, it's your boy. welcome to my welcome to my gaming channels. Hope you're doing well on this 18th August 2025. A bit tired, but we're still in shape to make videos after videos after videos after videos after videos, and we're just gonna have some fun. So before we even start, what are we talking about? The tower. So I know that we did a video yesterday and the day before. Don't worry, this channel doesn't resolve around the tower, although I would love. I'm tired, so when I'm tired, I'm in a bit of better mood because all I'm doing right now is just what I need to be doing, and then this sweet promises of sleep calls my name, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, I would love to find a game to consecrate my channel against. People that are playing Fortnite streamer. I would love to do that, but then when you see people that are quite successful, for example, Jinxie, who did a lot of Siege content. He was called the Siege gaming content, and then he switched to Clash Royale, which some people are pissed off about, some people are happy about. It all depends. If like the content creator or not. You look at Somerset, who plays a lot of Fortnite. You look at Clicks, who plays a lot of Fortnite. You think about there's another one, Ordinary Gamer, Nicky Tootie. They play Fortnite, right? Could I do a whole ton of the tower? Absolutely, and it would be super easy. And this is not the tower talk that we're planning to do because this video is a tower talk. This is an intro by doing a tower talk about the tower talk. If I was to do a gaming channel, the easiest game to do with the tower, because I could just do whatever I want. It would be an idle game. And when I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a secret. It's a plan, but it's not concrete yet. When I'm gonna be working full time, because right now I thought I said I was working, but it's on call, so that's not great. The plan would be to take all of the content I did on the gaming channel, but also on the normal channel, and make it play while we're at work. How nice would that be? How nice would that be? I think it would be great. I think it would be insanely cool. Imagine that. I've been making content for 4 years. Imagine 4 years of ink talking, 4 years of gameplay being played, and am I gonna copyright myself? Most likely. I'll be getting rich out of my hard work. You know what I could do? I could sue myself. I don't know. I don't think it works like that. But you know the funniest thing? You know I'm laughing because I'm tired, of course. But I'm laughing because somebody most definitely did this. I'm going to sue myself, and I'm going to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to get the money from the government, then I'm not going to get money for myself. It probably don't work. And if it does work, guys, fix your system. Something is wrong with that. So I could do this. Now, the reason why we're talking about the tower is lately we've been getting a lot of this is weird. This is very, very weird. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long video once again, but I got times to kill. Need to wait for an hour and a half until we can go to sleep. Sweet, sweet sleep. And then when we reach this sweet, sweet sleep, I can do something else. Sounds good? Sounds delightful. So the plan is quite simple. So see, with the tower right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make the game interesting. So you're gonna ask why. Well, because I'm a content creator, so the more interesting the game is, the more interesting you guys are watching the video, the more my channel grows. The more it grows, the more I can spend time making videos like this. Kind of like a cycle, right? And it's nuts because with the tower, what I feel that's going on right now is I feel like the last update didn't mean shit to me. I haven't noticed one thing. There's new module, there's been rework, there's a new guild thing, a bunch of things that are not great because they're not new. So most of the things that are new are the fleet, new enemies, the keys, the new way for keys, a new tournament bracket, a shorter tournament. So it feels like there's not that much going on, but you know, even my guild's like, what the heck happened to this this update? Now, technically speaking, this is where this gets complex. This is where it gets interesting. The last update I didn't care about. This update I didn't care about. The update before I really enjoyed it because we introduced cinematic views and we introduced the last great the last great the last great update in my eyes is update 24 when we introduced the wow, that's very interesting, Ink. When we introduced the elite, to me that was the best because he also introduced elite cell, which was cool. I think that because of that, I'm trying to find something more interesting because I want to be interested in the game myself. There's original hype, and I feel like the problem with a lot of games, there's the original hype amiss of a update. Talking about Fortnite, new battle pass, right? There's some hypes to that. I feel like because there's nothing there, I'm trying to make something here. See the spoon? I don't know if you want to see the spoon. Want to see the AO t-shirt? What's AOT? Shingeki no Kyojin. Attack on Titan. I think that because the update is so not interesting, I'm trying to rise the hype for the game itself. Right? I know a lot of people are going to be quitting that because most of the updates are QOL, quality of life. But they're only when you reach a certain point, right? So in a sense, this is not cool because it doesn't affect a lot of people, or the majority of people are not affected. More so. So it sucks. In my guild, there's out of 30, there's 3 people that talked about the oh my god, this is disgusting. I'm sorry, I burped some puke. Do I need to tell you? No. Am I gonna tell you eye to eye? Yes. Should you tag me for telling you? Depending on how you feel. So yeah, because this audit is not interesting, make it interesting, right? Am I gonna give up? No, because I got bigger plans. I think I spent so much time in the tower that I felt like I needed more of the tower. But I stopped treating it as an idle game when it's an idle game. And it's what it is, it's an idle game. So I do feel like we should be treating it as an idle game. One of the videos that I did yesterday was kind of like a bad news. We were gonna take the idle game, the tower, and do it more idle with the perk option, auto pick perk. And to me, it's kind of insane. You know why? You know why it's kind of insane? So I didn't check the number of level. There's 32 levels. So this is gonna be a freaking journey. Now, the trick is, am I gonna need everything? No, but you know why? I'll tell you why. It's actually quite simple. Right now we're farming tier 11. I get to 1,000. So as long as I get to choose my 3 choices, my 5 choices, 200, Dosute, Patrosute, Chassesute, Optisute, right? I get to do what I need to do, what I want to do. And as long as we have that, we're good. Auto pick, we'll do a 100. I think I'm gonna do 100 everywhere. It's okay to tell me what you think about me. Like, for example, the event right now is the magic event. And in my book, this is the very first event where they did it 3 times. So I'm like, what the heck, FUDs? And I could understand if the event wasn't great. If the update was humongous, but the update is not humongous. So kind of like a weird choice. Isn't it? That was nasty, dude. That was straight up nasty. It just sucks. It just sucks. I wanted more, you know? The auto pick perk is gonna be like the first level. We're doing level 1. Okay, so the first of all, you need to do auto pick perks. Auto pick ranking, it's how much was it? I don't know how much it was. Let's say it's 7:40, and then we're halfway there. Let's say it was a day, right? And let's say it's 14 hours. Let's say 16 hours. Okay, and there's 32 level. So this is possibly the next month of auto perks. And then this is the complex part. Do I stop? Because these, they either get to 1,000 or 1,200, or do I get there and I do the 2,000? I want to read something that somebody in my guild said today, which is actually quite important. And I want to read something else somebody my guild said. Actually quite funny. So he said, how come you guys are going up and when I went down, I'm sad? And then Seldafar, so Dar said that. Dar and Seldafar said, progress is never steady. It's just highs and lows. Sometimes you have to go backward to move forward. This is insane. And then, this is actually really sweet. This game sucks, right? Sun Tzu. So Sun Tzu is the Sun Tzu Art of War. And I was like, my guild are super cool. And that is pretty much it. We still managed to do everything we need to do. I did check the event. I did check the guild shop. The guild shop to me, I don't know, guys. The pixel, it might look good, but for now it's not great. Why do I say that? There's a possibility that the pixel soldier will look good. The pixel alien war will look good. There's always a chance, but I don't freaking know. And we'll see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Zepe. Zepe is a cool guardian ships. So yeah, but at the same time, it's nice because it's actually quite positive. The last update that we have, which was version 26, was in March. I think it was like the 2nd March 2025. And then we're getting this update, 27, and it is on the well, it was last week. So let's say yo no sé. Yo creo que 14th August 2025. So basically, March, April, mars, avril, May, Juin, Juillet, août. So around 6 months, which is half a year. It is not a lot, you know, so it's a comme ça. And I could be disappointed or I could be excited. I choose to be excited, so that's a plus. That is a plus. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. This video is presented by this ad. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, blink. Welcome to the show because you're doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this very lighted night sky. Because we're doing well. It's the 18th of August 2025. We're changing the date so we don't go crazy because every single day is the same. That's how you get crazy. Today, speaking about crazy, I want to talk about how crazy the DLC of Elden Ring is. So I'm having a lot of fun with the DLC. But let's say I took a break. So here lieth the problem. And then here lieth the problem. We're having a lot of fun. You're gonna see me today. I'm in a very good mood. We're tired, so we're a bit more free-falling with the videos, and that's cool. That is really cool. So I was also just finished doing some Prison Break recap, and we did John Abruzzi. So for some reason, John Abruzzi makes me happy. The name, not the person. The person is okay. The actor is good. I liked him a lot, and John Wick. John Wick was awesome. He's a popular actor. So what happened is the problem here lies the problem. We played Elden Ring for 4 times, and I took the decision. The director of the board, the administrator of founds, the planning of the games to play, they all agree on the fact that we should take a break from Elden Ring. So next year, you know that instead of playing Elden Ring, we'll play Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. We'll play Bloodborne. We'll play Sekiro. I'm gonna keep Sekiro for last because I don't know what's harder, Bloodborne or Sekiro. I don't know. A lot of people will say Sekiro because Bloodborne you can basically choose what you want to be. However, I don't know, right? Because Bloodborne feels a bit more aggressive, feels a bit more hard, and Sekiro, I don't know. I feel like Bloodborne and Dark Souls are kind of similar, or more similar than Sekiro. So to be a bit different, we'll do the sequence like that. But that's not important. Here lies the problem. Problem is we played 4 years in a row Elden Ring, which is a great game. But I gotta say, in the DLC, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with saying the DLC, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. Now the reason I'm not a fan of it is because we just finished playing upward of 160 hours in 2 months of Elden Ring. So that's a lot, bro. That's a lot, bro. And I'm not super down for that. So with the main game, I knew by heart. This is the time where I start skipping the story. Milene, I wanted to talk. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, bro. Joking, of course, but still. And then even the DLC, we did it last year. When I say we did it last year, we did it last October. We're August. Less than a year ago. So, we finished at the Finger Labyrinth of Raya, which is after the Cerulean Coast. No my shit. And I had a good memory for it. I had a really good memory for it. So today, we finished. You're right. We finished the labyrinth. I think that's there is new. So we did the Shaman Village, we did the second labyrinth, we did the Jaggy Peak, so we're about to fight off the big, strong, intimidating Bell. And yo soy super nervous. Oh, I died. So yeah, so I'm very nervous because I heard that Bell is the strongest. Now, technically speaking, I am following a guide. So like, oh, Ink, you're such a wussy. Why don't you try yourself? Guys, okay? We're following a guide on the road to progress. So for example, this zone, it is numero 1. This zone is numero 2. This zone is number 3. So it's all a question of how to progress through the DLC. I started making videos 27 minutes ago. She came out 26 minutes ago. Coincidence? I don't know. Shitty? Kinda. Because I don't care, but people are gonna complain. Then she'll say, well, he's out there, so I can be out there. Logic in the non-logical people. So yeah, so we did some super good stuff. However, I'm doing this for the first time. And to me, this is so weird because there's so much that I don't understand. For example, I just learned that Commander Greyes, which was a hard boss. We did 3 bosses today. We did the Tormentor. We did the Mother of Fingers. We did who else? I feel like I'm forgetting one. Commander Greyes. To me, Commander Greyes was harder than the Mother of Fingers. Go figure out why. Yo no sé por qué. Nish2. And just so many questions. For example, then we learned that America was following the Greater Will, which was the 2 fingers. But the 2 fingers were wrong because they never had mothers. They were incomplete. So does that mean the whole game is incomplete? And then we heard the whole count from Count Himir. Like the whole story. Un conte, c'est en français. It's in French. The count is not that in English. So the whole thing where he was saying like, yo, our true master is Master of the Night. Right? And because this is a year later than the date of the release, I knew that something called Night Reign exists. So is he talking about the Lord of the Night? Are we actually mentioning Night Rain? Right? I just don't know. Like for example, the Shaman Village, right? To get there, you need the secret passcode. The secret passcode, which is you got the secret passcode, which is an emote, Own Mother. Now, Own Mother gives you access to the Shaman Village, where you find people that are creating oh, I got a comment. What's that comment? The comment is a video block in multiple region. Gosh darn it. My apologies, disgusting. So yeah, so and you find a tree. In that tree lies a girl who is the same way as the mother of as a girl who does the Own Mother emote. So you're asking yourself, okay, well, gonna sneeze? No. Didn't come. So what is the meaning here? And when you look at her body, you find this talisman, which is a braid. And one of the only blonde people in Elden Ring was Marika. Now I heard there's this whole story where Marika and Radagon are the same person, right? My apologies. However, I heard that Marika and Radagon didn't act the same way. Radagon has his own will. This I didn't know, so I feel like I don't know half the story. And I played 1,000 hours, so this is quite embarrassing. This is quite embarrassing. Yeah, this is quite embarrassing. So just wanting to be happy and play the game. Because, for example, right now we're gonna be fighting Bell. And so after Bell, I have to do... I don't even know what I have to do. I don't even know. I for sure have to defeat somebody else. Because I'm following this, I think the number 15 is Abysmal Wood or something like that. And here lies the problem. The problem is quite simple. I will not play the game next year. Because I played it too much. Someone take a break. But here I am, with some new lore, some new questions, some new confusion, and all I want to do is play that game. Is it me or is it quite confusing? Yeah, it's probably me, but it's quite confusing nonetheless. Anyway, talk to me about some of the lore. And don't worry, there's no spoiler. There's no spoiler for me. Like, if I wanted to beat the game with no spoiler, I would beat it a year ago. Or a year later, it's time to say the spoiler. Let me know what's part of the lore. Answer your question. Why are Marika and Radagon different? Who is the mother of Finger? Why did Bell betray everybody? We just found an item that is super cool. And that item is Igor cookbook. And Egon is a dragon warrior whose sole goal is to kill Bell. But we meet that guy before. And when we meet that guy, he's screaming. And he says, and he's afraid. He said, Bell, you destroy me. Leave me alone, please. So it's actually kind of cool. Let me know what you think. And can't wait to hear from you guys. You were embarrassing, 'cause that shit's so serious. Anything bad, so don't take the time. Blocked. Good. It's Marshall, okay. Perfect, now we have a huge problem. What is that problem you say ink? Well, that problem is that I don't think I have the file anymore. Pray, pray, pray. Yeah, I don't have the file anymore. Oh, I have it. I still have it. Nice. Please, 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 please. Why aren't you working? I don't know. You don't edit. That's so slow. You're seeing here. You were so crushed. You're seeing there. Now that's too much. Oh, I will complain to the studio. Oh, I will complain to the studio. There's a board, there's a heart, there's a feeling all apart. I don't know, it's okay. DSP added Jeff Sakai. I love artist Dave. My boy has some braces. Good for you, dude. Good for you. You look happy. Look happy. You were my everything. Anything bad. So don't waste the time I don't have. Need to download. I need to download TikTok. TikTok. Okay. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the entire show. Because you guys are doing well, because having a wonderful day on this 18th August 2025. Today I'm coming in with a couple questions for you guys. I've been in a really weird state mentally lately. And it's not a negative state, it's not a positive state. It's just a state of content. No, not content, but content. It's not content, it's content. No. See, I'm tired. This is gonna be the last video. Well, technically now we have other videos to do before I go sleep, right? But maybe if I explain how I feel. You know what's funny? I was making content and somebody put their music super loud. And I go in and no more music. So odd. Very, very odd. Maybe if I explain the situation, maybe this is gonna help you out understanding what is going on. So it's pretty simple. I'm not feeling extremely excited about making content. Why am I talking about content? Is because this is what I do with my days. I either work for a agency or I make content. I don't do much. I'm a pretty quiet guy, pretty simple lifed guy. I don't know if that's a word. We just made it a word. And guess what? It sounds like a nice word, so we're gonna be using it from now on. I don't even remember the word because I'm tired. But yeah, we're feeling very content with making content. We're feeling very like at peace with life at the moment. And it's a weird thing because it doesn't come from a situation or a polemic of, well, life could be better. Because life could be better, right? And it's weird because I'm making this video because I'm playing the tower. So here, and here. And I was like, dude, I'm just happy. And I could have been complaining about how the game is repetitive, how I was waiting for this update for 6 months, and when I get the update, it's not that great. And then there's a little voice in my head that speaks with a very melodic tone that asks me, hey, this is kind of your life, right? You've been making content for how long? Right? And at the same time, it's super weird because this is kind of like a way of life in a weird way. Oh my god. I'm gonna be putting it that way. Okay, I found a way to really put it on. I feel like my game is on idle mode. So if you're not a gamer, idle mode is a game that you let play in the background. You get some things, and then because you get some things, you can move forward. I feel like my life is on idle mode. So it's not a pause per se. It's not at a stopping point. We're still making content X, Y, and Z, which is nice. We're still doing X, Y, and Z with our life, talking to people, making new friends, possible relationships. See, with life in itself, this is everything that you want. We have a job, which is great. We're making content, which is a dream. So here lieth the answer to a want and a need. You got more friends. I was stuck, thank God, with a great bunch of people. Now we're making new friends, and it's always a question of who's staying and who has to go by the back door because you're no good for me. Relationships. I went from a point of I work too much for relationship to a point where if I meet someone, I'm open to it, right? And it's kind of like a weird thing because it's idle. You can take a pause. It doesn't have to pause the game. You can take a pause. For example, if I was to meet a girl tomorrow, God or willing, we're going to get KFC. So she might be there. Hummus. I like hummus. I love hummus. So this is gonna be it because we're gonna be going to sleep soon. I'm very tired, which is why I'm not thinking straight. And I can clip this and say, "Oh, Ink is not thinking straight." And I have a boyfriend, so it's odd because I had some romantic opportunities over the last couple of years for making content. Like, yeah, but I'm too busy. And it's weird because I'm never really pushing the girl away. And it's always, and this is how badly I treated the last one. And it's nuts because I met my ex through TikTok. I think it's 3 days ago right now. And that's a gay ex I had. I was young, dude. I was 21, 22. So it was a long time ago. And she was always kind of like a mess. And she's still a mess, by the way. Which is great because she's still alive. You know, I've been through hardship. She's going through a hardship. She's still a mess. I am a bit further in my process of healing. But she's 25 and I'm 32. So, you know. I think she's 25. Is she? We met, she was 18. That was before. I think she lied about her age then. Because on her bio it says 25. But I met her before. I was a year before. A bit less than a year before working at PCD. And I was working there for a while, so yeah. She lied about her age. Holy shit. Fuck. So we met her. And I'm an asshole, okay? So this is a whole story, so it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's gonna be a fun story. So you guys know that I have sisters issues. I was supposed to have a sister. She sadly died. So a lot of the people that I find attraction to, is I gonna be a fuck? Or is it gonna be like a sister? I don't have girlfriend. I don't do girlfriends. And it's not because I'm talking about being open-minded to a relationship. Like, dude, you don't make any sense. I never make sense. So I don't know what you're on about, but I don't know why you're surprised. But hey, we're gonna be able to do that, okay? Because I got no medal today. I got no medal to spend on it today, which is great. So long story short, I used to pick up broken women because they were easier to, and I would leave them and abandon them, right? Which is an asshole thing to do, but I come in clean. I have done wrong in the past, and I apologize for it. So this one, if I met her last year, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many problems. Forget that girl. But I don't know, for some reason, I was like, hey, how are you? It's been a while, so that I found you, which is a creepy thing to say, but that's what I said. I'm so glad I found you. How are you? How's everything? She's talking about the problem. I listened to her, and it's not gonna be a relationship because, again, it didn't work the first time. I wouldn't date an ex because it didn't work the first time. It's not gonna work now, right? You changed, I changed. We both went separate ways. There's a chance that if we were together, we wouldn't have changed, you know. And change is positive. But a girl, and I'll be super cool. Noemi, the girl that we dated last year. My apologies. So last year we talked about November, December, January, February. We broke up in March. My apologies, disgusting. And Noemi was older than me, so a lot more mature. And it's technically speaking, and this is how crazy it is, because this is the first girlfriend that I have that is older than me. Have I had relationship with older women? Yes. Romantic relationship? No. So more so, again, your boy got needs. Your boy is got needs. You're surprised, oh Inky, you're a perv. No shit, hello, I'm human. Hello. So with Noemi, she was a bit more mature than what I usually date. And she knew exactly what she wanted. Like, yo, when you do videos, stop slapping, I hate that. And I was like, okay. Because she was very vocal about what bothered her. And communication was amazing, right? And I still treated her like shit. So, for example, I was working a lot. I was obsessed with work. And I wanted to make time on my time. And then she told me, like, hey, I would like to talk to you at this time. I'm on my break. And I'm like, dude, I'll make an effort. You know? And it was weird. And then, why was it weird is because the week it wasn't that bad because she was working. And then I was talking to her, and she had a social life that was pretty good. She had she was doing some lives at a certain time. Now she has a boyfriend. He seemed like a good dude. And she doesn't do live anymore. So possibly she felt alone, which is okay, it happens. But the problem was during the weekend because you're not working, and you're not gonna be live for 16 hours. you know. So yeah, that was a problem. She wanted to talk, and I'm like, dude, don't you understand? My freaking weekends are weekdays because I'm working, and I ended up treating her badly. Not in a sense of, not in a sense of, I was rude to her, but in a sense where I could have done more for her. I could have done more for the relationship, but I didn't. You know. But at the same time, she was a really good girl. I could have dated her. Now I'm thinking about my ex. Could I date my ex now? No. We're both young. It worked because it was fun. A long time it would not worked, you know. You wanna know something crazy? This is definitely too much information. I did it long distance, okay? So she lives in, I think she was living in Oshawa? Something like that, I don't remember correctly. And yeah, Oshawa sounds right though. And we're dating. And it's very sexual. I'm getting some of her pics. And for whatever reason, it's really weird. I'm watching a corn video. And the actress is called Aurora Bell. Aurora Bell. And I swear to God, except for the face, the demeanor, the way she looked, the way she acted was very much like my ex. So I used to watch that video and pretend it was my ex. So very fucking weird. Very fucking weird. Why was I saying that? Because I wouldn't date her. My apologies. Am I saying that I wouldn't date a porn star? No. I'm only gonna date porn star from now on. If you're a porn star, put your resume in. But at the same time, it's how life is evolving, but not evolving. For example, I went from not wanting a girlfriend to say, if it happens, it happens. I'm open to the idea. I'm not looking for it. I'm not on dating websites. I'm still working, but if it happens, it happens. That's a great thing. You know? We've been a lot more social this year. And it's been weird because us being social in real life, like for example, going to celebration, going to things like that. I don't need to be as social on social media anymore. It's not my entire life anymore. You know? So it's a bit weird. But then again, I get so many people, so many strangers. I had to block somebody today. Because they were like, yo, dude, you don't answer. Oh my God, should I tell you the story? Okay. I'm gonna sound like a big of an asshole, but I don't care. I'll blame it on the fact that I was tired and I'm making this up, okay? I'm making this up. So I have a friend of mine. Again, when I say a friend, it's not really a friend. We talked a couple times on live. He's very supportive. And he has a blue lock picture as a PFP. Then there's this other guy that has a blue lock picture of the same character. So this guy goes into my DMs like, yo, he's talking. And he sends me like 7 videos per day. I'm like, oh my God, bro, that's a lot. But at the same time, I think he's a guy who's super supportive. So I'm like, okay, well, I saw that before. The guy watches a lot of content. Okay, this is going to be something very bad to say, but I don't care. If the guy watches a lot of content, he feels lonely, so he think we're friends because he's seeing the content. Right? It makes sense, right? For example, did I think that kid Boga was my friend? No. But I listened to him when I was in depression. I listened to him when I was at work getting bullied. Yes, there was this emotional link to him. Yeah? Tired. And then it hits me. Because I started streaming and I'm seeing my friends. Jamal come into the video. And just before that, I added the video. And I realized that PFP is different. Like, oh my God, you're not even the same guy. So I've been talking to this guy. This other guy sent me like a guy pooping. And I'm like, bro, this is so fucking weird. You know? But at the same time, he's younger, so I don't know. I was born before this age of social media. So because I was born before this age of social media, I will never know what it's like to be born in the age of social media. It's weird. Like for example, I'm watching this amazing family on YouTube. and it's the Getter family. So Austin Getter and Ariel Getter, and they're amazing. I love them. Love Charlie, love AJ, which is a weird thing to say because I don't know them. And it's so weird because AJ, who's possibly 3-4 months old, says, I want to do a video. And then he says, hey guys, because his father says, hey guys. So it's adorable, you know. And then he would be very weird that at the same time he say his father do and monkey do, you know. Monkey see, monkey do, something like that. This is quite normal. Just that's maybe something that I'm missing. Maybe something I'm missing. Maybe the monkey who didn't see and we did, and I'm talking to monkey who saw and did, and like, oh my god, you're so weird. No, bro, they saw and you didn't. You're the weird guy. You're the black sheep. You're the guy that, for example, there's a meme. The whole brain rot thing. Somebody told me I'm gonna go steal brain rots, and it blew my mind because I knew exactly what they meant. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It was nuts because I knew. And I felt kind of ashamed to know what it was. I know what you mean, you freaking Gen Z. Ugh, I'm an elder emo. I'm an elder millennial. And I'm proud to be the elder millennial. Proud to have grown up watching Dragon Ball Z. Yu-Gi-Oh! Gundam SD, Pokemon on Saturday morning, eating cereals versus Netflix and binge watching series every single day. You will never understand the pleasure of a Saturday morning. Must suck. I'd be open to a relationship, you know? This is my way of segueing our way back into the video. Weirdest way possible, man. When I finish that, I'm gonna go sleep. So we're supposed to do Prison Break, but fuck it. So this whole feeling like it's idle, it's weird because I'm seeing some progress in my life. I'm seeing my life move in a pathway. I don't know if it's because it's moving too slowly, or it's moving, I don't know. My father told me to change the vendetta because he said, oh, it's violent. And I'm like, yeah, but it's like, I shouldn't say that, but it's like a skinny dude who doesn't work out and does cooking content. Vegan cooking content, and he calls himself Liver King, you know? You don't eat liver, what did you call it that? Not because you have it violent and parentheses, that you're violent yourself. So, yeah, I feel like my life is moving forward, but very slowly. You know? And every day feels the same. And it's so weird. Because again, I'm gonna get some hate for saying that. I'm gonna get some hate. I'm gonna be an asshole for saying that, but I'm gonna say it either way. I don't care. You working this 9 to 5, and every single day you feel like it's like the same. You're doing the same job. You're working for the same people. You're having the same conversation with people. But what changes at the end of the year? You get a pay raise. And what ends is at when you go back home, you're kind of having a good time. You get your good girlfriend. Your kid took his first walk. I saw a very emotional video today. Not today, but this week. Kid behind a camera, Mia Green, which is the daughter of Michael and Bridget, had her first day of school. It was insane because I watched him giving birth. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean, right? Somehow, you know what I mean. And you see that, like, holy crap. Life goes on and on and on and on and on, yeah. And you're just like, wow. So yeah, so possibly. So why am I saying that? Well, because when you work, right, your personal life changes, but work doesn't change. My work, making content, is also my personal life. So I'm getting a lot of changes. For example, I had this conversation, and it's embarrassing. If you watch this, I love you. I'm not saying this to judge, but I had this conversation of, my God, I did a review for a honey bun that I posted like a year and a half ago. Another person talked about honey buns and how much they like honey buns, and we're having a conversation through comments. But there's like 21 comments, and I'm like, I never thought I'm gonna have a honey bun conversation, you know? And mostly because it's a video that I did before. But at the same time, people enjoy the content, so that's a good thing. And ultimately speaking, the guy who I'm talking to about honey buns is a positive person. So my interaction with him is positive. You know? It's a really weird thing, but yeah. I do feel like life is an idle mode. And it's a weird thing, brah. It's a very weird thing, brah. And I don't know how to react and how to perceive this. Just imagine in itself, right? I know it's gonna be very hard to understand, but okay, let's put it like that. This is actually the reality. This is actually when you do a PowerPoint. Again, I'm picturing the 90s. This is what happened. Well, this is how you see it when you see a PowerPoint representation. Okay? So what you're seeing right now, okay, that's perfect. For the last 12 years, we're working, which is a great thing because you should work. Before that, I have been in a family where both parents were very involved. Not necessarily controlling, but very guiding. Let's put it like that. Let's put it nicely. They were very much guiding me through life, which is a great thing. Now, I leave work. Okay, so this is very complex. Did I work for 12 years straight? No. The one time that I didn't work, I was either depressed or something was going on, you know? There's the time when I spent so much time at home with no work that I started having agoraphobia. And I was like, oh my God, I can't leave. I'm so afraid. Afraid of what, dude? You're afraid of what? And I didn't know. Yeah? It's just a weird thing. So why am I saying this? Well, it's pretty simple. Put it like that, right? A year ago, I lose my job because my boss retires. God bless him. God bless Mihai. If you're watching this, Mihai, I love you, dude. You're a great boss, but a better human being. I'm lucky to have you. And I'm lucky to have been your employee for as long as I have. You realize how much you miss something when he's gone. He was a good boss. Not the best boss, but a great boss. And you realize that you've been spending the last year, right? Now, I'll be completely honest. I think the reason why I'm feeling like this is quite simple. Last year, we went crazy. Crazy. When you think about why I'm thinking this, I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Great. A little bit more. You got this. Come on, big boy. So yeah, the reason why we're making this video is the reason why we're making this video is a realization that I had today, that it was cold outside during the day, which means that autumn is coming. And I'm like, holy shit, what did I do this summer? I don't even realize. Last year we went crazy. I didn't have time to do introspection. I didn't have time to do self-reflection because I was so busy with work, with making content. Oh, this time. Yesterday we worked and today we worked. So there is this need of a separation. This is the worker, this is Stefan, and this is the content creator, this is Ingrid Della. Right? So maybe that's why. Maybe we're doing some self-introspection. Maybe subconsciously speaking, we realize that we didn't self-reflect on ourselves for a very long time, and we're taking everything that's new, right? Did you know the baby sleep that much because they're assessing the information? They've been like a sponge, and they're sponging what they have, you know? I think that's why we're doing this. I think that's why we're so talkative. We're so profound in thinking today. My apologies. Because we're self-reflecting. We're self-viewing ourselves. Not that I do often, you know. When I do it, it's different. Then when I do it, is a mystery to me. It's a mystery. Like, wait a minute. Sorry, a myth. Wait a minute, why did I need? Well, maybe it's just like a baby. We're assimilating information, we're analyzing information and making it our own knowledge. You know? That's kind of insane. A baby will not even know that they have ends. Life is so complex. There's so much to do. And then you fall into an idle mode. You come back home and your son, diaper is full. Oh well, gotta do. And then the same thing happened the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You realize that your life is all about changing diapers. And you're okay with it because that's life, right? You're okay with the fact that this is your new reality. But as a father of your son, you can't help but think about taking your first beer with your son, going out on a camping trip, going out on a road trip with your son, hearing him complain about his first girlfriend and how she gives you a headache, and then being like, your mom gave me a headache every single day, and then him defending his mom, even though deep down you understand that it's right. Or your daughter, knowing that boys her age are freaking douchebags, and they're trying to get in her pants. So you're convincing her that she doesn't want to date. But then it's a weird thing, because one day your daughter, you're gonna bring home a good guy, and for some reason you're gonna be nicer to him than the other guys. You're not gonna be bullying him as much. You're gonna see her brother bully the guy. You're gonna tell your sons, slow down a bit. He's a good kid. And then you're thinking that this guy is gonna ask him, and you're gonna hope that this guy, gonna ask your daughters to marry him, right? You're gonna ask your daughter to marry him, and you think about walking down your daughter down the aisle, and then you're gonna think about your daughter being pregnant. And you're gonna be excited because of your grandfather, and like, wow, this fucking happened, you know? But here you are changing diapers. You know? Your life's an idol. My life's an idol. Just about changing diaper until you start walking, you start talking. The biggest gift a kid can give you. Not this. The biggest gift a kid can give you is when he starts talking about comics, talking about farts and poops. He's having a legit conversation with you, and you're like, oh my god, you're sentient being, bro. You're a sentient being. Police. Ambulance. I was right, it was the police. Then I switched my mind. I doubted myself. And I was like, oh no. I doubted myself, you know? And you see your kid and he's talking to you. You're having a conversation. And he's a sentient being. Oh my god. You want to cry because you're like so proud, but you can't because that's weird. Yeah. Your life is idle, just like mine. Because you can visualize what's going to happen. You can kind of see what's going to happen. It's going to take some time. And for now, what you're doing is freaking boring. But it's a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage. What a beautiful sentence. What a beautiful way of talking. Bravo, Inc. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you, Papa. You know? Acknowledging that your life's on idle is amazing. And maybe the only reason I'm saying my life's on idle is because I'm gaming a lot lately. I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. Realizing that you don't do much with your day, what you do is important. Realize that you're currently taking the step for your future. You're currently building something. I want you guys to picture, close your eyes, and picture this couple, okay? And they're building their house. And they're laying brick by bricks. And like, this looks like shit, when is this supposed to happen? And then you actually look at the finished product. Holy crap, there's a wall. Wait a second, there's 4 walls. Oh, we need a roof and this is a freaking house. It's a very simple house, but it's a house. Right now we're laying bricks. And we don't know how many bricks we have to lay. We don't know how long it's going to take. We don't know what it's going to look like. But we know what we're aiming for. And that is building a safe haven. So right now, it's a very weird time. Because we're laying bricks. Right? But at the same time, it's a good lesson. It's a good life lesson. It's a great life lesson. Here I am telling you. Here I am rocking you like a hurricane. Here I am telling you that this is all part of a bigger plan. This is all part of life in itself. It's not a race. It's not a marathon. It's not a race. It's a marathon. What did they say? They say what? It's not a race. It's a marathon? I don't know what they say. But something like that. That's not what I did. I want to sleep. Someday you'll end up somewhere somehow. And instead of taking you now, will lead you there. It's a positive thing, it's a positive thing. It's a negative thing, it's a negative thing. I've been contemplating failure a lot lately. A lot of failure, like, hey, maybe I'm not meant for this. But life is gonna give you failure as a gift. So you're down, get back, get up. What are you doing down? Why are you on the ground? Get back up. So you got a long way to go. Okay? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's walk on that walk. Let's go back home. Let's go somewhere. Can't stop here. If you want to go more simply, go on this long walk, right? I don't know, pilgrimage is a good word? I don't know. Pilgrimage seems like a good word. And you spent hours watching beautiful sunrise, beautiful sunset. There's this giraffes. These giraffes are like, holy crap, they're beautiful. There's this gelato shop. There's a gelato shop. There's a gelato shop, you look at it and you're like, wow, I never had that good of a gelato. And then you end up in a place and there's nothing around. And you ask yourself, are we going in the good direction? You're asking yourself, are we going in the good direction? But you're literally walking. Doesn't matter where you're going, you're walking. And somehow that beats staying in places. And somehow there's a high chance that where you're going is better than what you just left. Wanna know why? I can guarantee that where you're going is better than what you just left. How can I guarantee this? Great question. Great question. I can guarantee this because if where you were was perfect, you wouldn't leave. If where you were was perfect, you wouldn't be on this pilgrimage. If where you were, if the place you just left, that great, you wouldn't be looking to change it. Maybe it's not about the change. Maybe it's about the fact that we want to change. Maybe it's about the fact that we did an effort to move forward. Then, and just then, we'll have a goal. We'll have purposes. Purposes of the churches. That's a solution for tomorrow. That's a question for tomorrow. I am off the bed, going to sleep, going to snore. My neighbors are putting music because I put some videos. They'll be putting music because I'm snoring so loud. And how better to finish this video with the delicious sponsored hummus and the result of the hummus. Love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Okay. Let's go sleep. Let's go sleep.